When a teacher says, there is no self, people hear, well, if I still feel like there's someone here, something's wrong. I'm not achieved. I need to extinguish that feeling permanently. So you go on a quest to annihilate the self. I haven't posted any videos for a while. I've been quite busy at work because I do have a full-time job and other commitments. And I even started getting emails asking about more content, which was kind of interesting to me considering only a handful of people follow the channel. So let me just say, I'm still here. I'll continue to post these as long as I keep receiving information that they're helpful, or as long as these videos resonate and allow you to feel comfortable booking a meeting with me. And you know what? Let me double down on what I just said. I'm still here, as in there's still a me here. No self has become the gold standard in spirituality and non-duality. And realizing there's no self is supposed to be a breakthrough. Perhaps the only one that matters. But what do they really mean when they say there's no self? Because if they mean there's no magical entity woven from a mysterious substance that inhabits this organism, then sure. But that's not a discovery in my book. And if they mean there's no capacity to feel like a me, or that this capacity should be permanently absent, then that's just not true. And that's why it gets misconstrued. When a teacher says, there is no self, people hear, well, if I still feel like there's someone here, something's wrong. I'm not achieved. I need to extinguish that feeling permanently. So you go on a quest to annihilate the self. But that quest is framed by this cult around the self. The assumption that it's somehow central, that it's the problem. And it matters so much that its absence would mean liberation. But to me, wearing no self-realization as a badge or a totem is just a sign of stuckness. Like when Archimedes came up with buoyancy, they say he ran naked through the streets screaming Eureka. How long do you think he ran for? 5 minutes? 10? I'll be generous, I'll give him 15. Because I doubt it was hours. Insights have a shelf life. And what if the sense of self is not as relevant as you think? The years of investigation, is there a me, is there not? Trying to catch yourself in the act of selfing. Trying to confirm its absence. To me, that investigation is just a detour. And claiming there's a self or claiming there is no self isn't of any utility whatsoever. And still, no self gets treated as an achievement. It becomes an identity, which is kind of absurd if you think about it. And there's even people that analyze what teachers say, looking for signs of the self, rallying to declare there's still a me there. Hence, the speaker is not adequately achieved. And even though I feel sometimes like I'm a spokesperson for silence, again, there's still a me here, from time to time at least, guilty as charged. So if this is not up your alley, you can hereby write me off completely. Feeling like someone is a process we're all capable of. Self-referential thought, the sound of your voice internalized, the image of your face, the fact that you feel your body pose, the story you tell yourself. These faculties integrate into a feeling of a me. And it's like a bulb that's always there. It can be on or off. In fact, I would say it has a dimmer switch. And whether it's online or not, neither is more true, neither is more spiritual. And claiming one is preferred somehow is just a belief. And I would say there's utility in feeling like a me, because stakes attached to future results allow us to motivate ourselves, to lift ourselves up when needed. So what I'm talking about here on the channel is definitely not about permanently dropping a sense of self. I wouldn't say that's desirable at all. And someone claiming their bulb is permanently offline, even if they're right, which I kind of doubt, is not exactly an achievement. It's just that no self sounds like a fringe experience, and that's why it's desired. But the only striking thing about no self is perhaps the contrast between what you imagine it would be and the actual experience of it. And the intensity of that insight is driven by the obsession, by imagining how grand a transformation this is. With the bulb being online or offline, that shift is very ordinary, it's nothing special. And then there's another obsession with figuring out the right track record of no self. How often should that be present? Can it be permanent? What's the right ratio? To be honest, there's nothing about that obsession that feels important in any way or valuable anyway to me. I have no skin in the game of self or no self. No self isn't the truth. I would say it's not even an idea, it's not a concept, it's more of a feeling of dissolving. And it isn't permanent. What's funny is that the feeling is actually defined by the contrast to the feeling of being a self, being someone. It's just like silence is defined by the absence of noise. And you can disappear and then reappear. Thoughts come back. Sense of self comes back. So what? Which one is more true? What does it matter if there's a me or not at the moment? And when there is a me, you can do things for yourself. You can care for yourself. And you can care for other people. Isn't that kind of great?